Okay, we're live. Isn't that right? Yay, all right, great. Okay, thank you all for attending. It's interesting, the process of teaching is about externalizing and activating wisdom in people, yeah? And in order for wisdom to be manifested, you must change. You must change, yeah? You are ignorant, you have problems, yeah? Emotional, mental, physical, personal, circumstances, people in your life, all kinds of things, yeah? But our life is about the process of making this a better world. Yeah. So to do that, we have to look at this as an opportunity for change. Yeah. Every single thing. Yeah. So it's really difficult. Yeah. As a Buddhist, I externalize as Buddha Maitreya, and so it's easy for me to say practice the Buddhist practice. Yeah. And carry forth that process, and you'll be able to develop the remedy it takes in order for you to counteract the things that keep you from changing, which are usually inhibitions and habits and things like that. And they're invisible. You don't know they exist. But they take up your entire life, and they kill you. They kill you. Yeah. They devitalize you. They harm other people around you. Yeah. And they don't further love. Yeah, the whole entire purpose of us being here is to get to a point to where we know God exists. Yeah, we work that out. Yeah, and that's really difficult. You usually join a religion or you become part of some dogmatic belief system in order to believe that a God exists of some kind. Yeah, but if you're attaining wisdom, the process of your wisdom is the externalization of God in your life, which gives you purpose behind change. Yeah, and it's an awakening. It's part of your wisdom. Yeah, it's when you're ignorant, you know little. Yeah, and you also have very little relationship with God, and God comes in the form of the Holy Spirit. Yeah, we're holy. Yeah, and we're spiritual. Yeah. And we are filled with divine grace. But it's that grace that makes us divine in the end. It turns us into the saint that we were incarnated to be. That's our destiny. That by the time we leave this life, we're going to leave this life as a saint. Yeah? And every single day, every single bit of every day is all about God setting us up. Providing every little thing, all our problems, all our circumstances, as we go through them and work them out, aggressively, without hate, without jealousy, without enviousness, without any of those things, but with understanding, developing understanding by listening, by studying, by gaining enough insight to not be blocked by your ignorance. One level of ignorance blocks another level of ignorance. Yeah. So you constantly need to change. Yeah. And it's the things inside you that aren't changing. You just get through a day and you haven't changed one thing in that day. You wasted your day. You wasted it. Yeah. Because you had an opportunity. Every day you have an opportunity. It doesn't have to be a big thing, but it is something. Yeah, and it doesn't matter if it's you start off in the morning, I don't normally do certain things, but it would be better if I did certain things. Yeah, take that in consideration. Yeah, work that in. Starting off your day, are these the things I should be doing? Yeah, it's not about guilt. It's not about suspicion. It's not about negativity. It's about wisdom. Yeah, gathering yourself. Considering whether or not the next thing I'm going to do is the right thing. You choose your breakfast. What are you going to have for breakfast? As you get wiser and wiser in my world, as you get wiser and wiser, you're 100% carnivore, and all you eat is meat. You don't eat other things. You're not interested in sugar. You're certainly not interested in fruit. Yeah, you've lost all that. It's gone. It takes a long time of change, letting go and change. Each time that happens, you instill a process of nature, a truth inside of you, and that becomes your wisdom. And you know it's true because it stays with you, and what used to be a habit, what used to be what you thought you had to do, and you no longer do it, yeah, you're free. Yeah, and everything to do with your consciousness has to do with your freedom, your free will, yeah, your will to change, yeah, and your willingness to change, yeah. And you can't just sit around and say, I am an evil person, I got all this shit, I got to change, you know. Don't do that. Yeah, you can't go there. That's not the problem. Yeah, the problem is just whether or not our moment is a good choice. The things that we're doing are good choices. Yeah, you go to the store. Yeah, you walk into the store. Well, now you got every freaking opportunity you can imagine, but you have to stay focused. Yeah, because all these options are going to trigger your habits, your desires, yeah, your weaknesses, yeah. So you walk in and you just stay focused. I'm here only for a steak and some butter. Now I want some really good butter. Does this store have grass-fed butter? That would be great. Go to the butcher, walk over there. Do you have grass-fed butter? Do you have grass-fed beef? Oh, yes, I do, and I love it. Yes, sir. Thank you for asking. You know, you'll find that is the way it is. You ask for the truth. You ask for the higher level of things, and you talk to people. You'll find that that's something waking up inside them too. Yeah, we're not alone in this. And if we express these things openly, without going around just, complaining, but just going around and communicating, sharing, talking as though you're everybody's friend. You go to the butcher, hey, how you doing? Got any grass-fed beef? Yeah. No, I don't. You know anywhere I can get some? Yes, I do. And your conversation is rolling, but it's on a high note. It's on a high note. Yeah. You're not walking over to the grocer saying, do you have any Kit Kats? Where do you keep your really big Kit Kats? The pound Kit Kats. I've seen those. I want those. I want Kit Kats. A lot of Kit Kats. Little Kit Kats, big Kit Kats. Where's your Kit Kats? And then it's low. It's all low. That person's going to look at you without even looking at you. I don't know, down the hall. I'll take it. It's over there. There's no real interest in most of the world that we're involved in. Nobody has any interest in it at all. Yeah. But if you raise yourself up and you study and you witness what it is you should be doing every single moment, and you're a wise person, you're a saint in the making, yeah? You're using your will and you're enjoying it because it's free. You're free to do so. There are no outside laws. There is no Republicans and police and governing and all that. That doesn't exist in real reality if you're a good person. You're not breaking any laws. Yeah? You're making new laws. Yeah? You're freeing people up to think in a common sense way. Making them feel less guilty, wiser, smarter, in a direction that would help them out. Yeah? So it doesn't matter if you go into any place, and you express what it is you're doing. Here you got an electric car. You drive up an electric car. Person says, wow, what's it like to own that? It's fantastic. Have a seat. Sit behind it. Check it out. Isn't that something? Turn it on. Doesn't make any noise at all. You want to go for a drive? Hop in the passenger seat. Let's go around the block. Yeah. That's normal stuff. Yeah. But it is everything to the person that you're allowing in your car, that you're allowing into your life, that you're allowing to be a part of what it is you're experiencing. Yeah, because you've got some really interesting stuff going on. Yeah? Yeah, you take something else out and it's like, what is that? That is so cool. What kind of watch is that? That is so cool. Why you have so many rings on? What is that, And you look at it and you go, oh, that happens to, monitor my heart and everything, and my sleep, and helps me regulate. And really, is there something like that? Yes, there is. Yeah, yeah. Everything you do is interesting to other people. Yeah, and that's where our chakras come in. Yeah, when we go to the store and we look and we decide and we walk in knowing that we're carnivore, so we don't have any big problems. We're just going to go get a really good steak, and we're going to get some darn good butter. And we're looking for a lot of fat on that steak. We're not going, oh, I got to get a lean steak, I got to lose some weight, all this kind of stuff. No, I am carnivore. And where I come from, which is Shambhala, where I teach and everything, and I tell everybody, we're all carnivores. Every living human being is a carnivore. Slowly but surely, we're all going to wake up to that. And what you're going to wake up to is that not only are you carnivore, here you start off, you go, oh boy, I get to eat all the steak I want. I get to eat all the meat I want. I can eat a whole freaking chicken. I can do all this stuff. No problem, yeah, because eating so much isn't a big deal. It is a big deal. You can't eat that much. You should eat a lot less. You should eat at least 30% fat, and the rest protein. 30%. That's tough, And real good doctors that I know say 20% protein. Yeah, 20% protein. Yeah, and 70% fat. Yeah, that's what I believe in. Yeah, that you're doing 70, maybe as low as 60, but 50-50, that's too much protein. Because if you get that much fat, if you get a 70% fat, your calories are way high. Like about 2,000 calories to a meal. Who's not going to feel good about that? If you clear your head, and realize, that, okay, all I'm eating is meat and fat. And that's it, And you could eat meat and butter. Pretty tasty. Pretty tasty. It'll get you past just eating meat and fat. Yeah, because that could be boring. Just meat and fat. But if you do it for a while, yeah, and you get past that month, you get into the third month and the fourth month and the fifth month, you find yourself completely different. All your glands and your organs, all your hormones and everything are shifting because of the fat, not because of the protein, not because of the nutrients you think and you've been taught you have to have, and you do get them, yeah. But we're not doctors, we're not scientists, and those who claim to be doctors and scientists aren't very good at it, So where I come from, we are regulated by wisdom, higher states of wisdom. And in myself, I'm telepathic and intuitive. So most of my education comes telepathically and through intuition and study. Yeah. But my study has to be an affirmation of my intuition and my telepathy. It doesn't come first. The intellect doesn't come first. It's an affirmation. It's a revelation. It affirms what it is I know inside, what it is I know in my mind, before I ever read it, before I ever do it. And I actually feel it. I feel all I want to do is just eat meat, But there's nothing out there that says you should be a carnivore, So not a good time to be studying that, But as time goes on, which it is, now we're in a time we passed paleo, yeah. We've gotten past, certain levels of understanding that we shouldn't eat a lot of carbs and things like that. And we have people, very wise people, who are out there who have been subjected to the harshest life. They're genetically predisposed to be crazy. Most of the people who are doing this are genetically predisposed to be crazy, depressed. Yeah? And that depression is glandular weaknesses that then lead to arthritis and all kinds of physical diseases, that are added to the suffering. And this is, this is something we get as spiritual beings, yeah, because we have these chakras, and we with chakras, we're supposed to be very wise. We're supposed to be very drawn toward right relationship. Yeah? Ceremonial right relationship, like we can't control it. I gotta eat meat. I can't eat vegetables. I gotta eat meat. Yeah? Strong, telepathic, intuitive feelings and thoughts and ideas. It literally comes into you. Literally becomes a part of your way of being. Yeah? But as time goes on, from my witnessing, there's very few people, most of the United States, most of America, most of the world are not carnivores. Yeah? They live on a big variety of a diet. Yeah? Because they believe that, well, it's necessary we have these vegetables, it's necessary we eat greens, and there's a whole pantheon that will keep you for at least 100 lives stuck in a delusion of thinking those things are true. And you won't get out of it because you really think they're saving you. They really think if you don't do that, your liver will dysfunction and you will no longer have kidneys. Because you're a pseudo doctor, you get paranoid. Yeah? And you start making decisions as to what medicine is. Yeah? And you start diagnosing and prognosing and you start treating. Now you're a vegetarian. Because as that doctor who believes knowing so much and all, and the study that you've come to, and you're only trying to do the best. You're only trying to be healthy. But in a world that has no idea what we're supposed to be doing as far as food and all this stuff, you're going to be led to a lot of fanaticism. People who are believing that food is the key. Yeah? So you got your religions, I went to India, met with this guru, and supposedly has the Maitreya pyramids and is like super guru. He's got everybody bamboozled, thinking there's not one step of enlightenment you will ever receive if you're not vegetarian. You must be 100% vegetarian, 100%. Yeah? You have to be. You will never, ever attain any form of awakening or enlightenment or love in your being. The vibration isn't there. All this bullshit that they go on and on and on about. Yeah? And this guy's got everybody believing it. And all of India believes that shit too. Yeah? And it's not a matter of, oh, that's a fact, that's a truth, or that's an old ancient religious belief that we have to follow, and it's very difficult, just sitting around eating leaves, and trying to live off that, it's stupid. It's literally stupid, But stupid is, stupid does, yeah? So we're led by stupid people who say they dress up in robes, they call themselves Dalai Lama or Pope or whatever, and in our minds, we think that these people are the authority over something we can't figure out. Yeah? So we'll go yoga, we'll go food, vegetarian, we'll go breatharian if we have to, whatever is in that belief system. And it's in a belief system. Yeah? And our real reality isn't part of a belief system. Yeah? It's nature. Yeah? We need to connect to nature. Yeah? What is our nature? It's very difficult, to find your true nature. Yeah? So teachers like myself come forth and we slowly but surely go through life. We live through life. You get arthritis, you get all these things, you get mental problems, emotional problems. You want to help people, need to help yourself. So over time, masters master eating and realize, and all the masters master it at the same time, which is a kind of a weird thing, but it's true. And it's what happened in this world today. 1980, 1990, 1995, the new group of world servers began awakening and externalizing. We got computers and cars and electric cars and solar houses and all kinds of shit. And where does that come from? And how come food and diet isn't included in all those really high things that are happening in the world? And it is. In the new group of world servers, we have healers and psychologists. Yeah? It's that group that hones in on what the diet should be. Yeah, even cardiologists, yeah, OBGYN, neurologists, yeah, are finding that really the only thing that they can heal their patients with is by getting them to be 100% carnivore. 100%. Yeah, it doesn't matter if you're male or female, gay, transgender, or what. Doesn't matter. All that goes away once you're healed. If it's not right, it's not right. And you grow out of it. Yeah? It's not about saying this is wrong and that's wrong when you're in an institution of insanity. You can't even do politics without thinking that, oh, it's stolen. You know, we have QAnon and I love Trump. You got to be nuts. And they are. People are emotionally unstable. People are dying like flies, you know, from unhealthiness and, you know, obesity and, you know, eating sugar and all the things that's wrong. And we can't just go, geez, that's all wrong, and you can't do that. We need to awaken wisdom. Wisdom is what needs to be done. And it's not easy. Getting to wisdom, it will kill you. If it doesn't kill you, you get to the other side. But to get to wisdom, you got to go through hell. And there's no other way around it. Yeah? You got to be willing to, like I say, be carnivore. Well, you know, you start eating meat and you go through every possible fear that you're going to die. I'm not getting any vegetables now for 5 days. I'm going to die. And I'm also saying you should fast and you're not going to die. But when you fast, you're going to say, I'm going to die. I am dying. This man's crazy. I shouldn't do this. Yeah? Because you've got a lot of bad habits that are all fostered by your very ignorant self. And that ignorant self is, you know, it keeps it going, you know. It doesn't want to change. It's a pouty little baby. Yeah? It just, you know, it's kicking rugs and stuff and dragging its feet and banging on the floor saying, I won't eat it. And you can't make it eat it because it's a pouty little baby. And you can't be a pouty little baby. You know, if you're going to be a saint, you got to be strong, courageous, willing to take a chance, willing to kill yourself. Yeah? Not suicide or anything like that. But even though your mind is telling you, your friend is telling you, your mother tells you, you know, that you continue doing that, you're gonna die of colon cancer. You're gonna get a heart attack. You eat that much fat, you're definitely gonna get a heart attack. You go to your doctor, he says, your kidney's gonna fail. You can't take in that much fat, that much protein, and only that? Oh my God. You know, so you don't want to tell anybody. You know, just go about your life. And you really should do it that way. You know, you can't be waiting for people to pat you on the back that you're doing the right thing. You know, what I'm asking people to do is the hardest thing. Every single thing I ask you to do is the hardest thing. The hardest thing. Yeah? I ask you to let go of people who are no good for you. That means you got to be willing to let go of people that are no good for you. And those are almost all the people around you. Yeah, could be your lover, could be your mother. Yeah, could be the person who's chasing you and says they love you and they can't live without you. You know, and you just shake to the bones when they say it, and you're thinking, wow, what is wrong with me? You know, they love me, I should love them. What is wrong with me? Yeah, and just because a person says something, there is no correct response to anything. Yeah, you gotta take a chance. You might slur your words. Yeah, you might look like an idiot. Yeah, you might just stand there and just not be able to say anything. Yeah, but you gotta take a chance. You can't let it roll you over. You can't just say yes and go along with the flow of whatever's coming at you, whatever other people are expecting you to do or expecting of you. Yeah, this is a big world. We have to change the whole world. The whole world. Yeah, and you could do that just by focusing on your daily life and make changes every single day. Make changes. Yeah. So I recommend that people, there's me, you could take me as a teacher, and I'm Christ, that's a good thing, but other teachers also will lead you to Christ. They're going to give you the same thing. It's just a matter of time. Yeah. It's about 10 years from now, before, maybe less, before these people go, oh, yeah, I know him. Yeah, that's what got me here. All those things. They're not quite there yet, but these people are waking up and externalizing, and they can help you at a level that you could be helped without having to think you need to join some religion or some dogmatic thing. So I'm going to turn you on to a couple of teachers that are out there, yeah, and have life experience and can share. If you read their books, watch their YouTubes, things like that, it'll lead you to hundreds of other people that are in the same group. Yeah? And they're all Christians. They're all Christians. We're just a step away from them actually knowing me. But they're all carnivores too, and they're all, they all went through the hard road. Yeah, every single one of my disciples that I turn you on to are the tops in medicine, the tops in engineering, the tops in everything, and they're all carnivores because they went through the hard road personally, and now they've come out the other side, so they have extremely clear chakras so that they can express into their group that seventh ray to the third ray very clearly, and everybody just goes, well, that makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense. And then their energy, from the fourth ray, where their life has been such conflict, yeah? But when they talk about it, they always go, but it's destiny. I wouldn't have changed a thing, yeah? It's what God laid out for me, yeah? It's the way every master looks at the hardship of their life. Nothing do they look back and say, I would change something there. I'd get rid of that person. I wouldn't have never gone through this. Every single thing motivates you, is your teacher, educates you, yeah, brings you into the harmony that you're going to be in, yeah. So here's a couple people. This is Jordan Peterson. I'm sure a lot of you know him. I don't know if I have his picture. Yeah, here he is. Okay. That's Jordan, and he's a psychologist. Yeah, he went through the same psychology background as I did. Mine was Jung and every other form of psychology you can think of I went through, but my outcome focus was through Jung. I studied all of his notes. He was alive, in his last days. I was young, and I watched all of every interview that was ever done with him, and listened very clearly. And he was a wonderful, wonderful, young, very wonderful guy. So if you want to study psychology, you might want to study Jung. Yeah. If you want to study psychology today with a very advanced psychologist, study this guy. Yeah. Yeah. Jordan Peterson, and his daughter is known as Mikola Peterson. And she started off, this is Mikola. She started off really young, dying. And her father, because as she was young, he was a psychologist. He helped her through her depression. He gave her the pills she needed, got structured, but in the process, he realized in himself he was going through carnivore reality of transition. So this went over while she was around 10 years old and suffering from very bad arthritis to the point where she lost one knee and one foot, ankle, and had to be completely replaced. And so, a lot went on in this family, and it was the whole family was genetically set up to have depression and have many, many weak processes going on. Like many people know, you can greater chance of having cancer, greater chance of having heart problems, greater chance of having these things due to a genetic connection of our parents and our family. But that's not necessarily true. Even though it's there, our genes are there, the DNA is the way it is, but it's not true. It's not the truth. It's a truth. Yeah? So with that, in his case, in his daughter's case, they were in bad shape. And, if it wasn't for him studying and going through everything, his daughter would be dead, definitely dead, and suffered a very, very hard life, and definitely would have died, without a doubt. Yeah. And that's terrible. And he too would have died. He would have died. Yeah. Because there were so many other things going on in him physically, other than the fact that he was massively depressed. Yeah. So he worked through that. He gets to this carnivore, and I can show you many, many, many doctors, neurologists, and all these doctors who themselves have patients, and they would normally give them pills and everything, but no, they make them do carnivore, and they make them eat fat, and they make them fast. Those three things, yeah, and it heals every case they got. Every case. Parkinson's, take care of it. Yeah, yeah. Doesn't matter what you got, whatever your unhealthiness is, it's regulated by a healthy meal, by correct healthy meal. And I'll be darned, it's just steak. Just steak. Yeah. So there's more to us that provides our meal than the meal that we're eating. It's us. Us. A spiritual component within us. That Holy Spirit in itself provides and gives us survival. Complete survival. Yeah. That's why we're millions of years old, and we've made it this far. Dinosaurs didn't make it. Other things didn't make it. We did. Yeah, we did. Yeah. Because of this, we survived because of the way we're made up. Yeah. We spend long periods of time without food. And when we do get food, we get a big fat ass animal. And we eat that sucker. And we eat every bit of it because we're very, very hungry. And we've done that for millions of years. And we survive. Yeah. Not because we make cakes, not because we make bread, not because we have donuts, not because we fry food. Yeah. It's because this one simple thing. We did what we intuitively, telepathically were led to do. Yeah. We're carnivores. Yeah. We chase. We make spears. Yeah. We hunt. Yeah. We track. We listen. We use our senses. Yeah. We go through the field. We listen and feel and talk with all the elements of earth in order to get to our hunt. That evolves through us over time. Yeah, over time. Not just about eating meat. There are instincts, certain qualities that build up inside of us while we, for millions of years, were hunter-gatherers. And in that, we built up instincts and powers of telepathy and powers of wisdom that connected us to our true self, our higher self, that kept us survival. Yeah, for millions of years. Yeah. And we're not just surviving. Yeah, we're going to a next stage. We're temple builders. We look back at the history of our planet, and it's loaded with temples. Where'd they come from? We don't build temples. We have no interest in things like that. We have Trump, and we build high-rises. We're Trumps. Yeah. Yeah, that's all. We're like Trump. Yeah. We're nothing like our past. Nothing like the human being that we are. So when we get real simple, we get down to this point, and we're just going, oh, what do you know? Okay, I'm just eating this. Okay, I'm healing all these things that are inhibiting my future. Because what if you go through this life and you become a carnivore, and you go through this thing, and you heal your glands, your organs, and everything, and you get 50 more years of life than what you were supposed to get. Yeah. supposed to die of cancer. You're supposed to lose your leg. You're supposed to go blind. Yeah, supposed to have a heart attack at 55. Yeah, you're supposed to not continue living. Yeah, the devil, the influence of the devil is to kill us, to create inside of us enough habits to where we're suicidal at all times. And the food we eat, habitually, we eat only what kills us, not what gives us life. Only what kills us. That's weird. That's weird. Psychologically, this is all psychology. Yeah? Psychologically, this is weird. Weird. Yeah? And we can come out of this. And when we come out of this, like I said, we build temples. Well, we have a whole planet filled of temples. We've lived millions of years as hunter-gatherers with telepathy and intuition and far outreaching abilities to travel to different planets and stars just through our minds, through telepathy. Yeah? This is recognized by all aboriginals, by all high masters. They all have that experience. It's not astral travel or anything like that. It's higher mind. It's travel without limitation. Yeah? You imagine it, you think it, you go there. Your mind isn't stuck where you're sitting. Your mind can go anywhere. Yeah? And you just relax and you travel in that way. But we have to have the influence of our past. The temples need to radiate back into us. Yeah? Come through our feet. Yeah? Come through our ankles. Hit our knees. All those minor chakras that we have no idea exist. The major chakras, all our glands are killing us right now. We're dying from those because they're dormant. And it's not about, just being carnivore. It's about change. If you follow all the changes that I'm talking about, our outcome is destiny. And our destiny is so beautiful, so unique. Yeah? I mean, everything. Right now, we're in capitalistic world. We're thinking we got to work. We got to do all these things. But we're all going to get to be meditators, and we're all going to not want to work, and we're all going to want to do things that we want to do. Yeah? And we're all going to live a life where it costs very little money. And we're so creative. We can make 10 times more money than what we need. So we're in leisure time. All the time. All the time. We're not stressed because we can't make our bills. We don't have any bills. We make what we need. Other people make what they need, and what I need, I share back and forth. I need eggs, I get eggs from the farm down the street. I need meat, I get meat from meat over there. These people need furniture, they get it from me. Yeah? We all do these things when we're healthy. Yeah? When you're healthy, when you're psychologically balanced, you start doing hobbies rather than habits. Yeah? Your food is not the center of entertainment. Yeah? Your hands are. Your creativity, your ideas, your thoughts, your imagination. Yeah? It's very entertaining. Yeah? It's thought form building. You get ideas about what you are doing is good, worthy. It doesn't have to be, oh, I made a bowl, that makes me somebody. How about if you didn't make a bowl? Does that still make you somebody? It does. There's no difference in it. It's the materialistic asshole that thinks the bowl is something. It's not the bowl. It's great if you spend the time and you learn, you go through all the years it takes to make one of these bowls. Yeah, a bowl like this. Yeah. It would only take you about 60 years of your physical life where you work under somebody else and you learn to bang, 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 and do it all wrong for a long time, and you can't use them, you can't share them with anybody. You are not good. You spend most of your life doing that, getting good, until finally you're one of the people that can make that bowl by hand. Yeah? And that's what you're paying for. That's what you're appreciating, And it's a calling for someone to do something like that. And you just appreciate that, not like go, oh, I wish I was the one who did that. That's taken away all the influence of that person going through all they went through to get to that. Does that make sense? Because the other person is just going, me, me, my. Not thinking about, I would sacrifice 60 years of my life. No, not really. That's untrue. It's untrue. Because you're not God. You're not a lunar lord. You're not taking people and controlling people and putting them one place to another. Life isn't like that. Life is chance. Life is opportunity. Life is taking a chance, and once you take a chance, you learn you could do that. A lot of times you're too afraid to go work out. After a while of working out habits, bad habits that keep you from doing good things, slowly but surely you go, hey, I am going to go to the gym. Yeah? And then, hey, I'm going to use a machine. I hate those machines. I can't stand those machines. Because in the mind, the person is thinking, they're no use. You can't get any real use out of those things. You got to really do it right, and all the negative things that come in to keep you from going ahead and doing it, makes you avoid it. So then you go, what's the use? I'm just stupid. They're all stupid in here. What's the use? It's not good machines. But if you calm down, and you find your place in this world, you'll find that 99% of what goes on in the world is useful. And you could just let it go or use it. Yeah? But it serves a purpose somewhere along the line. Yeah? And gyms, exercise, yeah? Eating the right food, it's all part of our human nature. It's what we need to do. We can't have inhibition keeping us from these things. That's our lifestyle. We don't know that these are our lifestyle because we think too big of things is what should be our lifestyle. Like being king or, being, the best of the best or being, rather than always thinking, oh, I'm a failure. I can't do much. I've never really done anything. Well, that's not, there's a whole lot of things you could bring up in your mind that are all really good things you do. Yeah. That supports and eliminates your way of thinking you're not doing something when you are. You woke up. Yeah? Now, take a look at what you're doing. And you'll find you're in service in some way, shape, or form. And that's a really good thing because most people aren't. Most people are just completely without service. A lot of people would just get up, grab a cigarette, and smoke it. Where's the service? Yeah? Yeah. Other people just get up and they're so pissed off and draining and so much pain they can't really get up. They hate going to the job they're going to. They hate being up at 5:30 in the morning. They hate every single thing that's coming in their direction. But they can't help it. Yeah. Because that's what life has given them. That's where they're at. Yeah. That's where this comes in. We have to make choices on every single thing that's causing us to feel hate. Anything. We have to negotiate with it. We have to talk to it. This is terrible, Really, you do. Yeah, no matter what your scene is, you must negotiate with it. Yeah, whether it's a person, a place, or a thing. You got to take the time to literally sit there and think of it. And talk to it. Have a conversation in a way. Because your mind will go back and forth. One side of you is one way and another side is another way, and there's this middle of the road person sitting there negotiating between the two of you. Give it space. Yeah, does that make sense? Yeah, because we all got this. Yeah, we need to move faster because the lunar lords are leaving the planet. They're leaving the planet faster than you could ever imagine by droves. Like we're putting on planes. And there's not a plane that's not full of lunar lords just woo, woo, They're leaving like fast, And they're all in lines. I'm going to court. I'm on the way to court. I'm going to jail. Oh, God, I lost $35 billion, Oh, and my mom and my dad's going to jail. Oh, shit, We're just 6 weeks ago, they were in the Bahamas sitting back with $300 million and going, oh, I'm not going to jail. What are you talking about? Sorry. Loon lords just say sorry, but they don't pay. Today they do. Every single one of them pay. They all pay. They pay with their lives. With their lives. Because they're taking your life, and you don't know it. You have to get evil out of your life. Well, you don't know how to do that, so I'm doing it. But you got to do the rest. When you're provided a meal, you better freaking sit down and get past all the shit you got going on to allow you to appreciate that meal. And if you can't appreciate that meal, focus. What is it that you need to eat so that you can appreciate the meal? You have to appreciate the meal. Not like, oh, I can only appreciate Kentucky Fried Chicken, or I can only appreciate a malted meal or something. Grow up. Those are all child processes. We're all babies. And food is a baby orientation. It's where we have to grow out of. We can't go ga ba ba and screaming and hollering, that I can't eat this and I can't eat that and I can't do this and I can't do that and I won't eat peas. That person's got to go. It's got to grow up to this older teenage person that's ready to drive a car, ready to take some responsibility, ready to move out into the world. But, you're going to have to make choices. You got to stop at a stoplight. You got to do things. You can't be paranoid all the time. You got to have a good life, And if you're a baby stepping into the world, you're going to be afraid of everything, every single thing. So what's the chance you're going to get a driver's license? What's the chance you're going to learn to drive a car? What's the chance you're going to get anything together? And it's not because you're immature. It's because of fear. Fear makes us stay as a baby all the way to the day we die. We don't want to take on new things. We want to keep the old socks that are holy. Really, that's how bad habits are. But if you got holy socks, you need to realize they're holy, and you can't wear them. Nope, I'm going to look for another pair of socks that don't have holes, and these go in the trash. Change your clothes. Upgrade. Don't contain the baggage and the rags and things that you think you are. Upgrade. Constantly. Make sure that you are regenerating, renewing. You're not the same person you were yesterday. You're a freer person, a happier person, more able person. If you got any problem, physical problems, you got to stand up and say, I am going to take care of that. I'm going to take care of that. And the Lord will lead you to the answer to take care of it. But if you choose to think, there ain't nobody that's going to take care of this, that's exactly how it's going to turn out. We even if it's at a place to where it's debilitated. You're in a wheelchair. You're never going to get out of that wheelchair. You're stuck. Deal with it. Grow. Find ways to grow and stay healthy and strengthen. Use every part of your body you possibly can. Not limiting yourself. Allowing the wheelchair to make it even worse. To where you can't work out your upper body. You can't eat the right foods. You can't. All these different things. Every limitation a person has allows them to consider having more limitations. And our whole job is to fight our limitations. Accept them for what they are. And know 100% that we are the changer of those limitations. And we always have. We look back at the past. We're not the person who says, I'm the person who made those limitations. You're a liar. Now turn around and look at it again. Did you make those limitations? No, I didn't. Yeah? Life is hard. And then you die. So accept that. Life is hard, then you die. Life kills you. Life wears you out. If it doesn't run you over in a car, if you don't get cancer or a virus, if you're not hit by a freaking train or a satellite out of the sky, you're going to continue living long as possible, unless you commit suicide. Yeah? Because we have in our being happiness, joy, bliss, extreme ability of consciousness in order to help other people and not take energy out of ourselves. Literally. Not drain ourselves, but be able to discern, discriminate, and give advice, give help, support, anything it takes for everybody. We can do that and not have it be a weight on us. Yeah, we can do that. But if we have these habits and we have these different things, we are spending too much time finding fault in ourselves. And we can't find any. It's a lie. It's a lie. Yeah. The first thing you got to make a choice of is that I will never find fault in myself. Yeah. I could lose my shoes, and I will never find fault in myself for losing my shoes. I will buy another pair of shoes and let it go. Because that's how it works. That's how it works. But if you don't do that, then you'll create a karmic web. It will manifest as the evil spirit. You will put out a web of energy of negativity that will then feed back events that you can't write up, you can't make up, you can't draw up, you can't plan. They're just shit that's going to happen. Shoes you'll never be able to find, feet that will fall apart, it all fits into a connected web of pain and suffering and no freedom. It's all thought form building. Every curse we get, everything we've got going on comes from us not making change. Not by creating the evil, but by not making the change. Does that make sense? Yeah, I go on and on. But so in this process, we have Trump. And he's got something going on. Yeah, he's got really something going on. He did this. And this is Trump. Yeah, that's our real Trump. It's a real guy sitting there, ready to play golf. That's him. Every day, all the time. That's him. Normal. I don't find anything wrong with that. Yeah? It's him. I can accept that. He should accept that. It's okay. He's like 74. He's old, he's fat, and he's really lazy. Really lazy. So, you're going to get a look. And he's got that look. Not the guy over on the other side. Yeah, imagine how much workout time it takes. Huh? Yeah, how much workout time is going on over there on the other side? What is it? What is it? Cheating at golf? Yeah, that's his workout. Cheating at golf? Yeah. Well, that's our man. That's our man.
Hello, everyone. This is Donald Trump. Hopefully your favorite president of all time, better than Lincoln, better than Washington, with an important announcement to make. I'm doing my first official Donald J. Trump NFT collection right here and right now. They're called Trump Digital Trading Cards. These cards feature some of the really incredible artwork pertaining to my life and my career. It's been very exciting. You can collect your Trump digital cards just like a baseball card or other collectibles. Here's one of the best parts. Each card comes with an automatic chance to win amazing prizes like dinner with me. I don't know if that's an amazing prize, but it's what we have. Or golf with you and a group of your friends at one of my beautiful golf courses, and they are beautiful. I'm also doing Zoom calls, a one-on-one meeting, autographing memorabilia, and so much more. We're doing a lot. My official Trump digital trading cards are $99, which doesn't sound like very much for what you're getting. Buy one and you will join a very exclusive community. It's my community, and I think it's something you're going to like, and you're going to like it a lot. They also make perfect gifts. So you can buy them with your credit card or crypto. All you need is an email address. Go to collecttrumpcards.com and buy your Trump digital trading cards right now before they are all gone, and they will be gone. This is my first official Trump trading card NFT collection, and you get a chance to meet me. Go to collecttrumpcards.com right now, and remember, Christmas is coming, and this makes a great Christmas gift.
No purchase necessary. Avoid where prohibited.
Okay, well, yeah. It's true. It's all happened. Yeah, and he there's all these people out there called Republicans, and they're hoping to vote for a president one day, and he used to be their president, and they're all going, well, he's coming back, and when last week he put out, I've got a special message, like he did before when he said, I'm gonna go for being Trump again, and president, and they thought he was going to go up for, I'm going to be the head of the House or something, and they're going to nominate me or some kind of shit, something big. And what it was these cards. Everybody freaked out. I mean, everybody, all of his people just went, oh, I no way, this didn't happen. Fire those people. How did that happen? Well, I can tell you how it happened. Now, he says he's the richest guy in the world, so he probably got the best artists together to put these cards up, And all of them are done individually, like a painting. There's no two alike. None. No two alike, right? Right? Because you're paying for these very special cards, yeah? There's no two alike. That's the point of the cards, right? You got it? You clear? Huh? Check this out. I don't know. He took it right off a mail order catalog page. A mail order catalog page. Yeah. And mail order catalog page. That is the exact person, hand, everything, the helmet, where the hand's at, the whole thing. That's him. And then, he's a real card. England loved this one. He took their spacesuit, which was on a mail order thing, and decided to, here we go. This is from Benedict Ridge Gov, Wired in UK, where you could buy it, and that's it. And if you look close enough, it looks like Biden. It does not look like, so somebody's messing with him. I mean, all this stuff is photoshopped. It's photoshopped. It's stolen. Every single thing is stolen. There's nothing. And the only thing we get is that. That's what we get. That's the real reality. So, hey, fun. So that's our imagine change, right? The process of all these people is that they were told that the election was stolen, and they couldn't change their mind. Why? Just because they were told it was stolen and they believed that it was stolen, then they built that habit up, right? Over and over and over. These people are all evil. Democrats are evil. They drink the blood of babies. They hire little baby prostitutes and take them to India and sell them, all this kind of stuff. That's what they say. That's what they say. And they also say that, the Democrats are just taking all the money, and they're spending it crazily. And Republicans, why, they're known as conservatives. They don't spend money. They're conservatives. Right? Is that right? Right? Yeah. I don't think so. I don't think so. I think that it's easy to demonstrate something here. Just look at their record. Here they came up with let's see if this is it. Nope. Yeah, this is it. Okay. All right. So here we have the Republican National Committee put out their finances, over the last few years. And, where'd they spend their money? Where'd the money go? So it went really quite a few places. And the biggest thing is that it went to private jets. Under current leadership, the Republican National Committee has spent more than $150,000 what would be considered as non-essential office expenses. These are desks, lamps, flowers, all kinds of shit, including $25,000 of Commonwealth from Joe's Coffee, and cupcakes, $7,000, and nearly $7,000 of candles and diffusers, and $75,000 from the Pottery Barn. In addition, they have gotten $381,000 for furniture expenses. This is all added on to that. Yeah. And then more, they have $100,000 spent on high-end clothing stores like Nordstrom and others, and Ralph Lauren. And Republican committee vendors also got, through the vineyards and expenses, $12,000. And they got special embroidered jackets for the Republican committee for $12,000. But that's not it. $17 million was given as mementos. And if you look at the Democrats, let's go back one more up. This one here, I think it is. Yep. This is the full report of the National Committee. $3.1 million on private jets. $3.1 million in private jets. $1.3 million on limousines and chauffeur services. $17 million on donor mementos. $750,000 on floral arrangements and $80,000 on alcohol. $400,000 spent on events and tickets and entertainment, including $30,000 private box seats for the Raiders game in Las Vegas, $13,000 for Broadway shows, $9,400 for Madison Square Garden, and $43,000 for top golf locations, Texas, Nevada, Virginia, and Arizona. So that is a lot. That is $3.1 million private jet, $17 million in donor mementos, and then we look at the Democrats. And the Democrats, in total, put out $1.5 million in donor gifts. That was $17 million done by the Republicans. $35,000 in private jets. It was $1.3 million in the others. And only $1,000 in floral arrangements, and nothing asked for offices, clothing, or anything, or booze. Nothing. All contained by their own lifestyle. That's Democrats. We're the spenders, the baby killers, the evil people. You really got to take a look at this, because the thing is, As long as we have these habits on a day-to-day basis, every little thing we've got going on is given to us by Satan. And what you don't understand is this guy is Satan. And all the lunar lords out there are harbingers of Satan. In other words, they send the energy to you. They send it to you. Yeah? And there's a whole other group, the hierarchy. Yeah, myself, yeah, who's doing the same. We're working very hard to rebuild and restore this planet and save the planet and instill new and better teachings that you can trust that will last forever, as we continue growing. Yeah. So as we focus our habits to clear our habits, just those things, making sure that when you get up in the morning, the shirt you put on is a really nice shirt, or blouse or dress or whatever, Make sure it's really nice. If it's not, put it to the side. Don't wear it, Never, ever, ever feel that the trappings of poverty, the trappings of not having the money to buy new clothes, the trappings of not being able to upgrade what it is you need, that you can't afford to get those things. Get rid of that thought. That's not true. It's not at all true. You don't need that much, and everything you need, you will get if you ask for it. All you got to do is ask. Because in this situation, everything is shared. Everything is shared. Nothing is left out. Nobody's rich. Nobody's greater than others. Nothing. We all have the opportunity. But the main thing is that each one of us don't go out and have mansions and, all this crazy stuff that goes on in the world. We make choices. We make choices. Every single day we make choices. And in 10 years, you're going to be the greatest saint you've ever met. Will be you. Because you're maturing. You can't help it. You're in a world of Christ. I'm 70 years old now. In 10 years, I'll be 80. I'll be so freaking mature, it's ridiculous. And that will include your maturity. We're all in this. We're all in this. Everybody. So we have to accept the reality of change so we can close the door of the astral plane by knowing that it's the little bit of life. That life that we have is the door. It's the door. From the moment we wake up, what we think is whether or not we just open the door or do we leave it closed. And do we work all day long closing that freaking door, making sure the clothes is right, the food is correct, the attitude is up and high and jovial and fun. And if it's not, go do something to clear it out. Do your flower essences. Do it. So you can rise up your emotions so that they don't get the best of you. That's part of habits, that we just wallow in our depression, thinking that we're born this way. This is how it's got to be, and it's not. You have to do something. You can. In an immediate way, you can do something about it, and it will go away within the hour. Within the hour. But if you don't, it will stay with you, and you'll think it's you. And that's just the way it is. So find this magic reality of the fact that you are the carrier of the Holy Spirit, and you must use the Holy Spirit to untie your habits and allow yourself to be holy. Allow yourself to be spiritual. Does this make sense? All right. Let's do some puja. Okay, repeat after me. I invoke the power, the love, and the wisdom of my ashram, soul, and monad. to guide me into the right activity in the plan, to clarify and stimulate my mind, to transform and transmute my feelings and emotions, to energize and vitalize and heal my physical and etheric body. Through this day and every day, I ask this in the name of the Christ, to serve the One. All in the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen. Relax yourself. Focus yourself in the soul. Then sound the Om. Breathe it out upon the world of all mankind. And quietly, without sound, express the will of God moves the world. This is a thought you should keep while expressing the Om. Then say slowly and thoughtfully, the past has gone. I am the past. It makes me what I am. The future comes. I also am the coming destiny, and therefore I am that. The present flows from out the past. The future colors that which is. I make the future also by my present knowledge of the past and the beauty of the present, and therefore I am that I am. Sound the Om 3 times softly. Then say quietly, with intent and emotional poise, I know the law, and towards the goal I strive. Naught shall arrest my progress on the way. Each tiny life within my form responds. My soul has sounded forth that call, and clearer day by day it sounds. The glamour holds me not. The path of light streams clear ahead. My plea goes forth to reach the hearts of all mankind. I seek, I cry to serve your need. Give me your hand and tread the path with me. focus inward daily. Use the breath and the sacred word. Then do the following intensive visualization exercise. Imagine a path of golden light leading from where you stand to a vast two-leaved door. Then see, rolling along this path, a disc or a wheel of rose, which you send forth, and which eventually disappears through the door. Then send along the same track a disc of vivid green, and follow it by a disc of golden yellow. Both disappear the same way. Then send a disc or a wheel of a radiant electric blue, which rolls along the golden path, but which does not enter through the door, but remains there, hiding the door from sight. Picture then yourself as standing before the electric blue disc, having traversed the golden path, and there, meditating upon the following words. I am the way myself, the door I am. I am the golden path, and in the light of my own light I tread the way. I enter through the door, I turn and radiate. Sound the Om 3 times, breathing it out upon the world from the highest point in your consciousness that seems to you at all possible. As one awakens to their place in the plan of God, and they bring forth dharma unto the world, it is to dissipate all world glamour. Ponder upon the old commentary of thousands of years ago, which is written, they come and stand within the midst of the whirling forms, some of a beauty rare and some of horror and despair they stand. They look not here or there, but with their faces turned toward the light they stand. Thus through their minds the pure light streams to dissipate the fogs. They come and rest. They cease their outer labors, pausing to do a different work. Within their hearts is rest. They run not here or there, but from a point of peace and rest. That which upon the surface veils and hides the real begins to disappear, and from the heart at rest a beam of dissipating force projects. blends with the shining light, and then the mist of all mankind's creation disappears. They come and they observe. They own the eye of vision. Likewise, they own the eye of right direction. Of all empowered forces, they see the glamour of the world, and seeing, they note behind it all the true, the beautiful, and the real. Then through the eye of the Buddha comes the power to drive away the veiling, swirling glamours of that glamorous world. They stand, they rest, they observe. Such are their lives, and such the service that they render to the world of mankind. Focus upon the power to stand within the light, leading to right reflection of the light. The power to rest in spiritual being, so as to focus the soul within the chosen field of service. The power to attain right observation, so as to see correctly that which should be done. Your soul energy normally finds expression through the highest quality of mind. Think in the highest form of beingness and allow yourself to rest. Sound the Om as the personality. Do so at the highest mental point, raising your aspiration at the same time with the mind to the soul. Then sound the Om as the soul, breathing it out into the will to love all beings and arresting its descent at the astral body. Do this by an act of will and the use of the creative imagination. Having vitalized the astral body and imagined the fusion of the soul, the personality, and the astral force, then direct this triple beam of energy to the heart center, rushing it directly into the heart center, so it might be expressed as the soul. Focus upon this invocation. I invoke the power, the love, and the wisdom of my ashram soul and monad to guide me into the right activity and the plan, to clarify and stimulate my mind, to transform and transmute my feelings and emotions, to energize and vitalize and heal my physical and etheric body, so there is a normal flow of energy in my physical and etheric body. Through this day and every day, I ask this in the name of the Christ, to serve the One. All in the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. All in the name of the Mother, the soul, and the collective consciousness of humanity. Amen. Okay, and just relax. Okay, you can open your eyes. Take it easy. So, over the next, I think the next 5 years and on, you will see externalizations of third degree initiates. And they will come, like in Jordan's case, he attained his third initiation about 1.5 years ago. That's it. Although he has lots of books out, and he's the #1 professor and lecturer, in the world. And he's a Christian, and he's a carnivore, and he believes in Jesus Christ, and he believes in the ascension, and all this stuff. Yeah. But he's also, a very good, grounded teacher to answer mundane questions like, what is marriage, and how do you behave in marriage, and how should you behave as a young person or as an older person, and how might you make changes, and what would be the process to do so. So there are all those books. I would recommend any of them from Jordan. And go to his site and look online and find YouTube. But he's not alone. There are over 50 third degree initiates. Most are doctors. Yeah, most are doctors. Most are highly educated people who are in their 50s. Many, almost all, are married, and the how they got to the third initiation was their marriage. Yeah, So, although there are many, not as many as the many, but there are those who are not married, and they work through this integration process that can be facilitated by having a relationship. They work through it by not having a relationship. And by doing that, they awaken and they go through their integration. So it's best for them in that way. Yeah. For other people, it's best to go this other way. So, how you're drawn and your life that you're in, it's good to have some help, some ways in which people can best help you understand and adapt to it. So if you're a woman and you want to know, you've been vegetarian all your life, and how do you break being vegetarian and being pretty and being all these gifts to God, as a woman, and how do you go from that to being a carnivore? It's just such a shock. You're not that pretty vegetable eating angel. Like, what are you now? But you are still that angel. You're exactly that thing. But, we all we come from places. We're musicians, we're people, and we have habits, and we could be very fanatical in the process of that. So, for me, one of the key things is for you to tackle that fanaticism, that habit, that process you've got. So there are many people out there who have tackled it. There are ladies out there who have been very, very obese and just by chance came across carnivore after years of checking it out and became so benefited by it, their husbands would join in. And you'd see these before and after pictures, and you'd go, wow, that's amazing. And they've been doing it for 13 years, 15 years, 8 years. And they're the healthiest people on the planet, and there's no fanaticism in any of them. None of them are going, oh yeah, because they're just eating steak. They can't sell you on it. They can't, boaster being, oh boy, did I have a good time. Well, yeah, but still, it is just eating steak. So you got to really deal with that it's not mundane, and you got to raise yourself up into consciousness so that you're appreciating what you're doing due to consciousness. That's a different thing than the habit that you would get from your dopamine where you would do things for your addictive qualities. And that would increase dopamine activities and other things. Morphine, other things stimulate in your body by being addictive. You eat things, you do things, and it creates these hormone factors that make you addictive. Yeah. So by being simple, going to the store, deciding, no, I'm not going to do this, I'm going to do this, and walk out, and every choice you make, every time you make those choices, you have to use both sides of your brain. You cannot be on one side of the brain and live this life. In order to let go, you have to get something from the other side that'll help you foster a reason to go there. So it's your pineal gland, your pituitary gland. It's the inner brain, this old brain you've got from millions of years of being an intuitive telepathic being. You need to wake it up, get it to come back, get it to resurface, and your trust. Because when you're a hunter, you can't walk around distrusting yourself. You won't catch shit. You just mope around and, sit on a rock and cry, oh, woe is me. No, you gotta have very high attitude about yourself. You got to see yourself as catching it. You got to see yourself as a good person. You got to practice in order to know that you could do it, so that you don't have that negative feeling in you when you're in the middle of the hunt. Because while you're in the middle of the hunt, it requires all your senses to be there and survive and make it through the end. Yeah? And when you do that, you're bringing the elements. The animal comes in and it agrees. I will give myself to you. And that is what's going on. Your instincts and your intuition slowly but surely creates a dance. And that's what hunting is. It's not sacrificing an animal or being a beast eater or anything like that. You're actually integrating into the reality of nature. And you're doing what is being asked. You're being asked to do this. Yeah? And the animals are there to do that. It's the tree of life. It's the cycle of life. Yeah? And if we move into that, we will gain all the instincts and intuition that we've lost. And we will further all the temples, and we will have the power to rebuild the temples in the same way we did before, which is impossible right now. No matter what crane you use, no matter what technology you use, you can't do it. So something big is missing, and it's your intuition, your telepathy, your creativity. Yeah? So you're going to get it all back. Enjoy. Yeah. Thank you very much.